Welcome back to another episode of Play Action Fantasy Football. Cameron here. We do have the wide receiver rankings for Week 15 here, top 30 coming up here in just a second. But go ahead and like and subscribe. Definitely goes a long way for us here and helping the channel. This is our first year doing it. We're definitely hoping to continue to grow and move forward into next year. But before we can do that, we got to definitely get some championship wins. With the playoffs starting this week, let's go ahead and kick it off with none other than number one, CeeDee Lamb at the Bills. CeeDee Lamb is going to have a good opportunity against the Bills here. Tough environment, but the way that Dallas has been playing and CeeDee's been playing, it's unbelievable. Number two is going to be A.J. Brown at the Seahawks. Another tough environment game, but A.J. Brown is definitely going to put up points. Number three is going to be Tyreek Hill. The only reason he is not one or two for me is because the Jets are number one against wide receivers, and they have actually shut down some pretty good wide receivers when it comes to points given up, or at least minimize them. So definitely Tyreek is going to be number three for me this week. Number four, you have Mike Evans at the Packers. Tough environment as well, but Mike Evans is definitely going to have a couple good matchups on the outside there against corners for the Packers, being as big as he is, so he's number four. Number five, Michael Pittman Jr. versus Steelers. Good opportunity here for Michael Pittman to continue to grow. Steelers do give up a good amount of points to wide receiver groups, so definitely look for Michael Pittman to have a good game. Number six could be Chris Olave versus the Giants. He's going to get targets no matter who's at quarterback, whether how bad the play is. He will start getting points for you. It's a lot easier, obviously, for receivers to get points than quarterbacks, depending on your league stats. A lot of this is based off PPR for us. Number seven is going to be Keenan Allen at the Raiders. Keenan Allen's going to be high up on this list because he's going to get a lot of targets. However, looks like no Justin Herbert, so that might hurt him a little bit. So obviously, I would like to have him up there a little bit higher, but I'm going to have to drop him a little bit. Number eight is going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown versus the Broncos. Not a great game against the Bears, let's be honest, but now he gets an opportunity against the Broncos. Like the matchup. Number nine is DK Metcalf versus the Eagles. Bottom of the pack when it comes to points given up to wide receivers, and it's a home game. The Seattle does tend to play better at home. He's number nine. Number 10 is going to be Deebo Samuel at the Cardinals. Now the team bottom of the pack when it comes to points given up to wide receivers, and Deebo Samuel has definitely taken advantage of the opportunity the last couple of weeks. He's going to be number 10 for me. Speaking of a guy who did not take much of the opportunities there, Jamar Chase. Not the best week. Not the best week last week, but he does get a better opportunity against the Vikings, a much easier defense. So look for Jamar Chase to have a bounce-back game. Stephon Diggs is going to be number 12. I would like to keep him in the top 10. Little inconsistent the last couple weeks. Went from 19 points right before the bye week to back to 6 points, depending on your scoring. So Stephon Diggs does have a tough matchup against the Cowboys, who do not give up a lot of points to wide receivers either. Couple exceptions would obviously be DK Metcalf and Curtis Samuel last couple weeks, but other than that, Stephon Diggs hopefully has a bounce-back game. I'd like to put him up there, but as of right now, I got to see more from him. 13 is going to be Cooper Kupp versus the Commanders. Definitely a great opportunity for Cooper Kupp. This is going to be a good matchup for him at home. Number 14 is going to be DJ Moore at the Browns. He's going to get majority of the targets, and that's why he's going to be a little bit higher than I would like to put him. But because of that, he should also have some big play opportunities. He can also use that speed and route running for his advantage. Number 15 is Brandon Ayuk versus the Cardinals. Same thing as Deebo Samuel. Just a good matchup as the Cardinals are at the bottom of the pack when it comes to points given up to receivers. Definitely like that. Number 16, Devontae Adams versus the Chargers. A guy who should be seeing a lot of the field, especially with Justin Herbert being out for the Chargers. It seems like he should be getting a lot more play opportunities as the Chargers will probably be in and out off the field a little bit more often than not. 17 is going to be Puka Nacua versus the Commanders. Another great opportunity, just like Cooper Kupp. He's going to be able to get points. 18 is going to be Devonta Smith at the Seahawks. An opportunity here. He's going to take a little bit of a step back in this one, I believe, with the Seahawks. That environment's tough. He's still going to get you a decent amount of points, but temper your expectation there. We'll definitely get into that with the start sit. Just a matter of how many points. We'll have to wait and see how the week progresses and what news might come out of injury reports and stuff like that. Number 19 is going to be Jalen Waddle versus the Jets. Again, I'm going to put him a little bit lower than I'd like just because it is up against the Jets. It is a home game against the Jets, which is a benefit. The only issue, though, is they are tough against wide receivers. 20 is going to be Rashee Rice at the Patriots. Rashee Rice has been phenomenal the last 3 weeks here, and he's going to continue to have an opportunity against the Patriots. Again, a lot easier for receivers to score points than quarterbacks in most leagues. Number 21 is going to be Amari Cooper versus the Bears. The way that Joe Flacco was slinging the ball last week, it wouldn't surprise me if Amari Cooper has a great game against the Bears here. He's 21. 22 is going to be Zay Flowers at the Jaguars, and his counterpart, Odell Beckham Jr. as well against the Jaguars. Should be a good opportunity as they are 26 against the wide receiver group. Definitely a good opportunity for these guys to definitely continue what they had last week into this week. 24, DeAndre Hopkins versus the Texans. Should be a good opportunity as the Texans are a little banged up on the offensive side of the ball, so they should have more opportunities to get on the field with the offense. let's just hope Will Levis is able to actually hit DeAndre Hopkins more often than not. 25, Courtland Sutton at the Lions. Good, decent game for Courtland Sutton the last couple weeks here. Last week was definitely another one there as he has cashed in on a couple touchdowns the last couple weeks, and that should continue here against the Lions in Detroit. Number 26, Brandon Cooks at the Bills. Another guy who has been performing very well the last couple weeks. Little step back last week, but I expect him to be utilized a couple, slant routes, a couple deep bombs, depending on how the game plan plays out in Buffalo. 27, Garrett Wilson at Dolphins. Zach Wilson came back and immediately started hitting Garrett Wilson. Definitely like the opportunity there for Garrett Wilson to get a lot of points against the Dolphins, who are middle of the pack against wide receiver points given up. Number 28 is going to be Tyler Lockett here at home against the Eagles. Definitely a good opportunity for Tyler Lockett to have a bounce-back game. He struggled the last couple weeks, but definitely should have a good opportunity against the Eagles. 29 is going to be Terry McLaurin at the Rams. Definitely Scary Terry needs to step up a little bit here in the next couple weeks, get that scary nickname right back. But as of right now, he has been underperforming, but against the Rams, he should have a good opportunity here. Number 30 is going to be Jacoby Myers versus the Chargers. Again, bottom of the pack when it comes to points given up to wide receivers. Jacoby Myers should get a decent amount of targets, especially because I expect the Raiders to be on the field a good amount in this game on Thursday. And that's going to do it for our wide receiver top 30 ranking here for Week 15. Definitely go ahead and subscribe. It goes a long way here. And we'll definitely look to see you guys later on in some videos. Go ahead and comment, stuff like that. It'll help a lot with our channel. And we'll get back to you if you have any other questions or any comments there in this comment section for us. But other than that, we'll talk to you guys later. You have a good one. Good luck in fantasy football playoffs.